move to dragon and tiger meet. First we'll learn the foot movement and shifting of weight. The shifting of weight happens from the center of the body, and as we shift the weight from one leg to the other, the heel gently just lifts up from the ground, and this doesn't need to be too much at all. So in order to shift weight, we don't lean. We use the center of the body, the lower belly, to move the weight down into the leg in order to allow the other leg to be lighter, so we can free it to lift the heel. So let's do this together. We'll drop down into the left leg, pick the right foot up. We'll now drop down into the right, pick the left heel up, come back to the center, drop down, pick up the right heel, back to the center, drop down, pick up the left heel, center, drop down, pick up the right heel. Good, so let's do this together. So we're going to sink our weight down into the left leg, pick up the right heel, come back to the center, sink down into the right leg, pick up the left heel. And this is about practice. Just getting used to shifting the weight rather than leaning, and effortlessly picking up the heel, making sure you're comfortable at all times. Okay, now we'll do the arm movements. I'll show you first. Okay, so the fingers of the right hand point down outside of the leg. You draw around your toes to the inside of your foot. Bending your elbow, the hand rises with your palm facing up. Then the palm turns when you get to shoulder height. And go back down to your hip, and the fingers point back down to the ground. Around your foot, up the inside of your leg, and up the right hand side of your body to your shoulder. Retrace your steps right back down to the hip height. Fingers point down to the floor, and continue that movement using your elbow to go out. Now ideally, if you can engage the shoulder blade as well, all the better. So by that, I mean at this stage when the hand's going around the foot, make sure you engage the shoulder blade. Now with the left hand, exactly the same movement, we're just going to go up and down the left hand side of the body. So the fingers will point down the outside of the leg. We draw around the toes to the inside of the foot, up the left hand side of the body to your shoulder, back down to hip height. Fingers point down to the side of the leg, around the foot, up the inside of the leg, turn the palm so it faces upwards to shoulder, back down and round. Again. If you cannot bring your hand up to the shoulder height, then you only go as far as you are comfortable to go. Round the foot, up the torso, back down. And again, try and engage the shoulder blade as the hand comes round the foot. So now we'll put the movement together. Now the right hand is linked to the right foot, and the left hand is linked to the left foot. Now I'll shift my weight to my left, and my right hand comes round my foot. As palm turns up, it lifts my heel off the ground. As the palm comes down, my heel goes back to the ground. Then I shift my weight. I do the same on the other side. So my hand comes round my foot. When my palm comes to hip height and turns, my heel lifts off the ground. Place it back on the ground as my palm comes down. My hand comes round my foot. Palm turns, lift my heel. My heel goes back down. Shift weight. Right hand side. You can see I only bob up and down just a little. We'll do this together. Right hand side first. Heel comes up off the ground just a little in time with my hand. I place it back down to the ground. Go to my left hand side, around my foot. Lift my heel in time with my hand. Back down. Shift my weight. So your hands and your heels are linked together. Again, just like you're a puppet with a string that connects both. Making sure you're not leaning, but you're learning how to sink and shift your weight, freeing up one leg, lifting the heel, all in time with the movement of your hands and arms. And remember, there's no need to lift the heel up too high off the ground. And gently, this takes time to practice this movement, so there's no need to rush. Shifting weight with confidence, without leaning. Elbows out to give this space in the armpits. And we'll do that just a couple more times. Now again, face on, just so you can see the placement of the hands and arms. Coming up the left and right hand side of the torso, linked in with the lifting of the heels. Good. Now we'll inhale as the hand comes up. Exhale as it comes down. And inhale. And exhale.